Hello, Falcons. Welcome to the My Rock Rocks project. So, when you get into Google Classroom, always make sure that you are on classwork and then May to June, and you get to see My Rock Rocks, right? So, I want you to essentially click on the two links here. The first one, if you click on that, let me just mute it. If you click on this, it gives you a preview of by Rock Rocks project. So it can be any dirt, any dried up leaves or twigs or branches, small stones or pebbles around the school or even in your own backyard. And please be ready with a clear glue because that's what you're going to use as a binder. Remember, when you talk about forces and structures, the three kinds of structures mass, plane, and shell. The mass or solid that's being constructed by piling materials together. So you can clearly see the unit connection to this kind of project. So essentially, as you can see from here, it also ties some learning ideas from the Earth's crust unit when you talk about the three kinds of rocks, sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic. And then ask yourself later on, what kind of rock did you come up with? So, as you can see, it would take a while before the clear glue would be able to bind all the materials that you have. The more dry the materials, the better. So I'll try and bring in some colored crystals here that you can use. So this would be an interesting hands-on activity that you would be doing. So after clicking on this, click on the second one, the flip. It used to be called Flipgrid. Maybe you're already familiar with it. Maybe when you were in grade four or even as early as grade three, you have explored this. So let me click on this. So this is your way of presenting your work to me. So instead of me simply saying the end product, which is your DIY kind of rock, uh, you need to say something about it too, right? And of course, before you kind of show and tell your finished project or your finished rock, I want you to go for an introduction. I want you to explore the flip features. So, how is that? So, I want you to take note of what you're going to say before you click on record. So, it says here in the introduction, this is a space to introduce yourself to the class. How do you pronounce your name or how did you get your name? So, any nickname, one thing that you would like us to know about you, like your family, a fun fact maybe about yourself, hobby, talent, favorite show, movie, books to read, and so on. So I would like to model that. And usually that's what I do. Given the chance, I always do a recorded DI or direct instruction of all the projects that you are doing in class. So if I click on record, I have here so my focus light. So if I click on record and there's a timer there, right? Three, two, one, that means you're ready. So there you are. So you would see yourself like this. So before you click on the record button, I want you to explore the backdrop. The backdrop is just changing what is behind you or behind me for this matter, right? So I can just pick anything from this, right? So, and maybe if you want this one, I don't know how that would present itself under the sea kind of environment. So if you want that, why not? Or you can choose another one. Let's see what looks probably interesting here. So I could just have this, for instance. So it's just like, yeah, city lights behind me, right? So that's me. And on your right, you get to see the A and the zigzag line and everything. So these are now the features of Flip. So if I click on the text and I can have here the selections, maybe I click on that one and then I can type in the title of this project. So I could say, My Rock Rocks. I can say, By, and then you can have your name and your homeroom. There you go. You might, oh, this is too big, right? So click on it, right? And let's see if we can just move it somewhere. Okay, so there you go. If that's something that you would want to kind of just do, maybe that's too big for me, right? So I just adjusted the sides here. Can you see that? So maybe so can you see this sides here? So that means we're able to adjust the sizing, right? Maybe that would look better, right? So maybe that's just what I want to just use for the features of Flip. Now, there is also what we call the stickers, right? If you're not okay with showing your face, you can just pick any of the emojis, maybe, right? Or smiley faces or expressions, maybe. So you have a variety of selections here, right? Or maybe you just want a happy face, a smiling face, right? Or a blessed face, right? Maybe I would want that. So, and I could just cover my face. Now I look better, right? But I'm not going to use the sticker. So with Flip, it's more of the voice, really. But it's nice also if there's a good backdrop, right? And there's the text, and I can see your face. So there you go. So once you are set with the exploration of the different features of Flip, then you can click on this one in the middle. This is now the record button. But make sure that if you click on this, you're ready to share something about yourself, introduction, and then show later on your rock. And you can tell something like, oh, this is the rock that I've made. I've used the following materials. So I've used dirt from the ground. I gathered some dried up twigs or branches or stones, and I have some colored crystals from a friend or from the teacher. You can mention that, and it reminded me of sedimentary rock because, and then you can give me the features or what makes a rock sedimentary, right? Or maybe it's more like igneous, like it's so compact, right? It shine it shines out like one solid mass, maybe. Oh, it looks like a big unique version of a marble, right? So you can, and then you could justify by saying it to yourself or to the Flip that, oh, this is now kind of like an igneous rock. So you can say that, right? Once you have done the rock. But for the introduction, so anything interesting about yourself, the beauty of this Flip is it's between yourself and me, the teacher. Unless you want it to be shared, then I share it with everyone, right? So I can click on this and maybe you get to hear something about Miss Fallon here as part of my introduction. So I can click this one and then there's a timer. Hello, everyone. This is Miss Fallon. So, interesting things about me. I love all social media platforms. So, specifically with Facebook, I use this to kind of just share personal blogs or reels. So you get to see it here, or it's different when I use the Twitter handle, Let's Talk Science at Eugene Falcon. So this is all about the things that we do in class, right? So I kind of put it in here so you can get to explore this. And what else? I also use Instagram, right? Again, It will be science in travel. So whenever I travel, I look for the science of the travel. Maybe I can think about the various ecosystems when I go for ecotourism travels, that sort of thing. And of course, I maintain our YouTube channel, our YouTube learning support channel. So I release in Google Classroom various DIs or recorded direct instruction videos that can help you out, and you can pause it and kind of just see what the project or the assignment is all about. And this is also very ideal for those who are absent or not in class, or if they are in class, maybe they're not paying attention. At least there's always a reference video as to what the teacher had been talking in class, right? So there you go. That's my short introduction. So once I'm done with this, I can now stop this, right? So if I'm okay with that, I stop after showing the rock. Let's say this is my kind of rock, right? So of course, this is just an ordinary calculator, right? So once you have your rock, so show it, and then it can end it by saying, "That's all, class. That's all, Miss Valoran. Thank you." And then you can even say thank you in your own language, like Wama, Wama Sat, Wama Hat Santahay, Salamat, Shukram, Privet, Shishir. Okay, so end it now. And what happens after that would be you would be presented with the next step, right? So after that, then that's it, right? And then you can go to the next one, right? So, and then you will be guided accordingly, right? And yeah, so after this, I want you to really explore how it goes, people, with Flipgrid. And I hope you get the hang of it, because this is not the end of it. When you reach grade 8, grade 9, we will again revisit in some selected projects the use of Flipgrid. Okay, that's it for now, people. Thanks. Ciao for now.